Hello and welcome to Starving Artist Courses, your all-in-one online music education resource. My name is Jewett and this is week 2 of your bass guitar lesson for Photograph by Ed Sheeran. If you did not watch week 1 video, do not watch this video. Go back and check that one out first and then come back and join us. Want to make sure that you're watching the previous videos so that you can learn the entire song by the end, okay? Now, if you were there last week, I hope that you practiced because now we're going on to phase 2, which is the pre-chorus of the song. Now, the pre-chorus of a song is the section typically between the verse and the chorus of a song, which is why it's called the pre-chorus. It comes before the chorus. Now, for this section, the chord progression is changing from the one we did last week. Now, if you remember, the progression for the verse was 1, 6, 5, and 4. The progression for the pre-chorus changes a little bit. It starts on 6, goes to the 4, then to 1, and then to the 5. So this is what it sounds like. So now let's go ahead and dive in and break down this section of the song. Now remember, the first thing that you always want to know before you play a song is what key it's in. Now, as I mentioned last week, this song is in the key of E major. So the first thing that should come to mind is the E major scale, what notes are in the E major scale, and what number is associated with each note in the E major scale. So if we're doing the pre-chorus today, and I already mentioned that the progression is 6, 4, 1, 5, then we should already think what note is the 6, and that will be our C sharp. So you can look around on your fretboard and find your C sharp. We're playing this song in this general area, so the C sharp we're going to play is right here. Then we're going to go to the 4. The 4 is A right here. Then after that, we're going to go to the 1, which is the E, because it's in E major. And then after that, we're going to go to the 5, which is B. So as you can see, the pre-chorus progression is different from the verse progression. But also another big difference is the amount of measures. Each note in the verse had 2 measures. So you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switch to the next note. In the pre-chorus, you only do 1 measure for each note. So it goes 1, 2, 3, switch, 1, 2, 3, switch. And that's how it jumps around each note. So if you were to count, you start on here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do 2 rounds of that. So let's go ahead and play this together. So we're going to start on our 6, which is our C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the 4. To the 1. 5. Then we do that a second time. So that's our progression for the pre-chorus. Now notice on that second time around, I did something different on that 5. Check this out. Notice I held it out that time. Now remember last week we learned something called a break where the note completely stopped. This time I sustained the notes and I sustained it for 4 beats. If you hold a note for 4 beats, that's called a whole note because there's 4 notes in a whole measure. So instead of plucking the note on each quarter note like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, I instead counted 4 in my head and sustained the note like this. And then lifted off of it. So I held the note for 1 full measure there. So if I were to play it again, remember we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, but our fingers are plucking 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then switching over. So we start again on that 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then from there the song goes to the chorus. And that's your second lesson for Photograph on the bass guitar. As you practice this week, make sure to start around 80-ish. I think you guys are past starting at 60, especially because this is a really simple song. So start around 80 beats per minute and then work your way up to 108. 108 is the beats per minute for the song Photograph, for the official track. So once you get up there, play along, listen to it and play, and make sure you're locked with the drums, with the keys, with all the instruments in that song. Play along to it, okay? If you want to go deeper as an artist, if you want more tips and tricks and want to connect with one of our instructors, make sure to join the Starving Artist community at starvingartistcourses.com/VIP. There you will get one-on-one sessions, individualized attention, and you'll be able to connect with all the other students that are part of Starving Artist courses. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the bell, because next week we'll be learning the next section of Photograph and you don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you have a great week.